Hey guys, what's up? And it's time for another round of Bookopoly. February has gone by super quickly, and it's now time for March's TBR, which sounds crazy because I feel like the year has just started, but here we are. Yeah, I'm kind of afraid to show you guys how badly I did this month. Let me go grab the books. These were all the books I was supposed to read this month. How many books did I end up reading? 2 so far, and it is now the 24th, I think. I don't know what today is, but it's almost the end of the month, and I have only read 2 books. I'm hopefully going to finish one more, but it's not going to be on this list. So let me give you the rundown real quick. Okay, so I was supposed to read Swing Time by Zadie Smith. That was my chance card. I didn't end up reading it. I mean, are we surprised though? Because I had a lot of doubts about it. But there is a culprit to my reading slump, by the way. For Goodreads randomize my TBR, I was supposed to read Base Notes. Didn't read it. I attempted to start reading it, but I'm in such a bad reading slump that it became uninteresting. For a Goodreads rec, I got From Blood and Ash, and I have started this, and I'm probably just going to carry it on to next month's TBR, or this March's TBR. So I'm just going to continue reading it in March, so I will add that to my first book in March. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm only like 50 pages in, so I don't really have a full thought about it yet. The next book I was supposed to read was Wild Woman in the Blues by Denny S. Bryce. This is the book that was chosen with my Insta poll, and I did not end up reading it. Next was a booktube rec, and I chose Her Body and Other Parties by Carmen Marie Machado. DNF this one. I don't know what the fuck this book is. I really don't. I am highly confused by it, and I'm really upset that I didn't enjoy it. I didn't understand anything that was happening. I think I read 3 stories out of this book and didn't like any of them. And then lastly, for sci-fi, I did have a Doctor Who book for this one, but then I bought This Is How You Lose the Time War by Max Gladstone and Amal El Motar. Definitely just butchered the name, and I am so sorry. But I bought this one, and I thought I was going to really enjoy it, but I didn't, and this is what led me to my demise this month, to be honest. Okay, as far as punishments go, I have updated my TBR teapot. Okay, it's a TBR whiskey glass, but I've updated this with all of the books that I own, physical and ebook wise. At most every month, regardless of how many books I did not complete, I will only punish myself twice by kind of taking the choice away from myself and just going to my teapot for the first 2, not rolls, but I don't know, grabs, picks, yeah. So basically it's a mixture of TBR, teapot, picks my TBR, and Bookopoly. So the first 2 books for this month, besides From Blood and Ash, are going to be from this whiskey glass. Okay, so I kind of want to mix them around just because I did just put some more in here. Okay, it's super filled, so I have a little too much. So, for the first punishment pick, I'm going to choose this one. Oh, it looks like a kind of a chunky one. These Toxic Things. Oh, this is an ebook. Fun! I wasn't planning on reading this book at all. I will put the cover here. I actually have no clue what this is about. So, let me make sure you guys can see that. Yeah. So, it's These Toxic Things. I think it's a thriller. I could be very wrong. I legit have no idea. I got this from a first read, so I had to like the synopsis. Well, that's fun. That's the good thing about this, that it makes me read the books that I would not normally have picked for myself. Now, time for punishment pick number 2. Let's see. Okay. Oh gosh. I'm trying not to get any of these to fall out. I'm gonna choose this one. I'm holding this one. Okay, it's real tiny. Real tiny. Oh god. Oh, I dropped it. We're good. Okay. Oh no. This is super tiny. Parker Payne Investigates. Okay, this is an Agatha Christie book, which I also was not planning to read, but I need to read them anyway, so let me go grab that. I can't seem to find Parker Payne Investigates on my bookshelf, so I don't think I do own this one yet. I think this might have been... I'm not quite sure what that is. So I need to look into that. So for now, I will re-put it in there if I do actually own it. But for now, I'm going to actually redo my second pick and choose a different one since I don't seem to own Parker Payne. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm going to go with the one that just fell. Okay, this one's a long one. Oh, this is not what I thought it was, but this is a short read. So this is The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, which is a book that I'm highly interested in. Let me go grab it. So here it is. It is by Mark Haddon, and I'm not quite sure what this is about. Here, the synopsis is pretty short. Christopher John Francis Boone knows all the countries of the world and their capitals and every prime number up to 7,057. He relates well to animals but has no understanding of human emotions. He cannot stand to be touched, and he detests the color yellow. This improbable story of Christopher's quest to investigate the suspicious death of a neighborhood dog makes for one of the most captivating, unusual, and widely heralded novels in recent years. I mean, sounds like a good book to me. I picked it up just because I had heard a bunch of things about it, and I'm excited. It's also fairly short, so I think it will be a cute, quick read, and talks a lot about humans and humanity and maybe morality as well. So I'm actually quite excited about this one. Yay! So now that we are done with our punishment picks, let's head over to roll number 1. Time for roll number 1. We have 9. TBR Teapot. So for roll number 1, why not introduce the TBR Teapot again by choosing one for one of our rolls. So let's dig back into this one. Okay, I'm really trying not to get these to fall. I don't know if I should get a tab that's colored. Like I have some pink and orange and blue ones. Let me see. Okay, I'm just not gonna look at them. Okay, I think I'm gonna get this one. Okay. She's a little thick, so let's see what she is. Loving the Wrong Man. Okay, that's actually a romance, also an ebook. The Teapot really wants me to read from my Kindle. Okay, I need to make sure I still own this one, to be honest. So I kind of cleaned out my Kindle, so I'm not quite sure if I own this one or not. I know I own These Toxic Things. So I no longer own Loving the Wrong Man. I decided to update this prior to me deleting a bunch of ebooks that I knew I wasn't going to read. So let's try this again. Choose this one. Oh, I got a tab. It's green. In 5 years. Okay. It's kind of tiny, but I can get down to this one. So for roll number 1, I'll be reading In 5 Years by Rebecca Surley. I want to say this is a romance, but I know that a lot of people have reviewed this and they said that it's not quite a romance, and I don't know what that means to me. but I'm excited. It seems like a quick read. So this says, in 5 years is an unforgettable love story, but it is not the one you're expecting. Expertly paced, finely observed, and utterly heartbreaking. This is a book readers will not be able to put down. Which I've been really wanting to read books that will make me feel something, because I think that's really what I'm missing in my reading currently. So I'm very excited. Okay, now let's move on to roll number 2. Time for roll number 2. Oh, I dropped that one. Okay. So we have a 5. Science fiction. So for roll number 2, we got a sci-fi, and I'm really hoping this sci-fi does it for me and doesn't make me in a reading slump. I have really high hopes for it. I have heard nothing but incredible things, and I bought it recently, so I kind of wanted to get it on here. And it is Kindred by Octavia E. Butler. This is basically about a woman who is basically not intentionally time traveling back to when there were slaves and plantations. She is transported back to basically antebellum South, and it's really supposed to be, I think, a raw look into what happened in the plantation South. So I'm very excited. I think this is going to be amazing. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say anything bad about this book, so I'm very, very excited. Now on to roll number 3. Now for roll number 3. A double, so that's going to add a roll. 2, 3, 4. We got a woman of color author. So for roll number 3, we did get doubles, which means that I will be doing 5 rolls. I don't know if I mentioned at the very beginning that I'm going to go down to 4 rolls, just because it doesn't seem like I have as much time as I thought I would this year to read, just because we're entering event season this month, so we shall see. I landed on Woman of Color author, which kind of does me well, because I wanted to get a reading vlog in, and this is one of the books that I plan on reading for that reading vlog that's coming out hopefully this upcoming month, and it is How to Find a Princess by Alyssa Cole. I read How to Catch a Queen last year, didn't really like it, but I really have high hopes for this sapphic one. Men just make me cringe at this point, so I have high hopes. I probably will listen to this one on audiobook, just because I think I may like it better. And yeah, I don't know too much about this. Obviously it's royalty, which I love, and I'm hoping I enjoy this one a little bit more than the first one in the Runaway Royals series. Now let's go into roll number 4. Time for roll number 4. We have an 11. Contemporary. For roll number 4, we got a contemporary, and for that one I'm going to also put a book that I recently bought on here, and it is The Herd by Andrea Bartz. I have seen We Were Never Here, I think that's what it's called, by Andrea Bartz, everywhere, and I'm excited for that one, but this is definitely the one that I kind of found her by, and it just seems more interesting to me. I'm really excited. It's a short read as well, and I think I'll fly through it. It's about womanhood and the scary and crazy things that happen when you're a woman in this world, and kind of what you have to hide behind, which is very, very interesting, so I'm excited. Also, I love this cover. Now on to roll number 5, which I hope is our last roll, because I don't need to make this stack any larger at this point. Now time for our final roll. Roll number 5, hopefully. We have a 5. LGBTQ plus rep. So for roll number 5, we got LGBTQ plus rep, and I'm excited because I want to read Last Night at the Telegraph Club, which also will fit for the Buzzwordathon prompt for this month, and it is a location, and a telegraph club is a location. and I'm very excited. It's by Melinda Lowe. I've heard so much about this book, and I'm very excited. It's about a sapphic couple that is having to hide because it's during the Red Scare. And in 1954, there's not very many people that are accepting, and you can pretty much be killed for being lesbian. And so, yeah, I'm excited to read this. I'm excited. I've been wanting to read this forever, and I just picked it up a few weeks ago. I think at the end of January, and I'm excited. This is my TBR for next month. I technically don't have to finish From Blood and Ash, but I would like to just get it off my TBR. But I have The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, In 5 Years, Kindred, The Herd, Last Night at the Telegraph Club, How to Find a Princess, and then we have one ebook, and that is These Toxic Things. I'm very excited. I think this is a really good stack. I think this is all the stuff that I have been wanting to read and that I have very high hopes for. So we shall see. Please let me know in the comments below if you have read any of these or if any of these are on your TBR as well for March. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.